are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very happy today.
Yeah, you should be. Because you told me, you said, once they let me loose, once they let me out of that cage, they let you out.
A little bit. I'm not all the way out, but I did get to come out for a small visit there. You know, I got to move around, which was really fun. You know, I'm in the 80s, so it was a relaxed kind of, you know, you could just kind of do whatever. It was a lot of fun. I love it.
We were trying to guess what song you were going to sing, and then I saw you come out on the stage, and before anybody said anything, I said, she got Chaka Khan hair going on tonight.
Oh, did you really? Did you really?
From the cheeks.
That's super.
Was that your choice?
No. The makeovers are not my choice. I'm surprised every week of what I'm going to look like. I really am. And but I love it. I'm starting to love it. Let me just say that, because it's been a fight. I've been scratching and moaning and groaning every time they get ready to do a change on me. But when I look back at it, it is nice. So I'm learning that they know what they're talking about. My mentor, she knows what she's going for, the look that she's going for. In this X Factor, we have, you know, 80s Week or Motown Week or all these different titles, and so you got to fit the fashion into that title. And I think, you know what, I'm going to shut up from now on and not complain.
Yeah, just go with it, right? As long as it keeps working.
Yeah, tonight I think it worked for me because I actually didn't look at the full finish in the mirror. I actually went on stage and performed it without looking at the total. And then when I looked in the mirror afterwards, I was like, whoa. Cool.
Well, wasn't the 80s about the crazy fashion anyway?
That's what I love about it. Big hair, crazy earrings, wild makeup, you know, high water pants. You put on anything, and it was totally cool. Totally cool.
So the 80s was really your era, though. I mean, that's kind of when you were...
The 80s is, yeah, the 80s is when my first record came out in the 80s, as a matter of fact. And it's my first dance record.
What was that like, you know, to be a part of it at that time?
It was during that time I was young and thought I was going to conquer the world. So, of course, everything was fun. And it's coming back full circle because, you know, tonight was fun as well. But it was a wonderful time. The record did some great things in the industry, and I thought it was going to just plunge me into stardom. It didn't. But I still had some great times and great moments for that. And it just left me with that hunger. And I'm still hungry now. I mean, to have a small taste and not quite get it will make you hungry. Oh, yeah.
Were you friends with all those guys that, you know, we hear on the radio still?
Not friends. I mean, I was fortunate enough to be in some of the same concerts as one of the artists on the roster. But friends, no, I can't say that I made friends with anybody. Yeah, there was nobody that ever called me on the telephone and said, hey, how you doing? Or come on over to this party, celeb party.
You weren't hanging out with Tina Turner back then?
No, unfortunately not. You know, when you read the papers and the magazines and the this and the that and the other, they really make a thing that just didn't happen. But it sounded good. You know, I think they were in my dreams as opposed to really seeing my life. It wasn't like that, unfortunately, for me.
What did happen? Like, why do you think it didn't click back then?
I don't really know. I mean... Demi says it wasn't my time. And, you know, I would prefer to believe that that's true. I just kind of think it just wasn't my time because some of the records went to number 3 on the chart, on the dance charts. So I was being embraced by America, and abroad. So I can't put my finger on it. Could it have been my style? No, I was, you know, mentored at that time for that period of during those years, during that in the 80s. But I don't have a good answer for that. I really just don't. I've always been a person that was able to change or to follow or, you know, tell me which way to go. Okay, let's go. So I don't know. I think I agree with Demi. It just wasn't my time. No, I think during that time I was supposed to make my mark, which is what I did. I do have somewhat of a fan base out there, and now it's time for me to...
Did you have greater success outside the U.S.? Any particular country or part of the world?
Well...
It's weird how some artists are huge and...
It's better. It was more in Europe than in America. You know, because the DJs there, they like really rock your music on the radios and in the clubs, and so it was more like club tours. You go to 3 clubs in one night, and you know, this kind of thing. So I just never got there, you know. But I loved every minute during that time being on concerts with all of the dance queens that were trying to make it. During that time, and I did get nominated for a new Dance Artist of the Year, and Shakira was one of the nominees. So I'm proud of that. Shakira, Craig Davis, Nicole, Lillie McCloud, and so that was big for me to have that.